second key word, and I'm not going to go into this because of the time. The second key word that reveals the secret of our power to face the challenges that confront us as families is obedience. It's not just faith. Obedience to God and His Word. God always honors His Word.
Amen.
Years ago in BV we used to say, or we learned, not what appears to work. God honors His Word, not what appears to work.
Amen.
His Word is the only authority. Dr. Cameron, you will know that. And you will teach that. It's the only authority we have as a family, as a Christian family, for belief and for behavior.
Yes.
For character and for conduct. The only source of authority.
Amen. Amen.
So whatever His Word says, we hold on to that.
Yes. Yes.
Even when people say that you're foolish, you still hold on to it.
Yes.
You're obedient to His Word. God is impressed not merely with our saying we know something, but are we doing it?
Amen. Amen.
We must not merely be hearers of God's Word, but failing to be obedient to it. If we do that, we're deceiving ourselves. James tells us, chapter 1 and verse 22. Be doers of the Word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. I share this last scripture that graphically demonstrates the power of obedience, and I close. Matthew 7 verse 24 to verse 27. Jesus had just come to the end of His Sermon on the Mount, or what we call a Sermon on the Mount. And He said lots of things to them. You're hearing lots of things today too. So many of them are reminders. Some of you perhaps for the first time. And I want you to hear these words. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is obedient to them. In other words, it's like a wise man who built his what? House. Synonyms for house are family, marriage, legitimate synonyms. Who built his house, his family, his marriage on the rock? The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Oh, the challenges that house faced. Yet, it did not fall. Why? Because it had its foundation on the rock. You remember that Proverbs passage?
Yes.
When the whirlwind comes,
yes,
the wicked are taken away. The righteous will last because of the everlasting foundation. That foundation is built when you're obedient to what God says.
Yes.
Contrast that in verse 26. But everyone who hears these words of mine. Sad to say, some in here may very well fall into this category. I pray that it never does. If you fall into that category, it's because you have done so by choice.
Yes.
Everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And please note, the same thing that happens to the other one.
Yes.
The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. And note the last clause. And it fell with a great crash. I'm going to close it now. I had some other things to say, but I want to honor the time that you want to close. Beloved, we are living at a time when the challenges for families are humongous. Not just in Ghana, I know here too.
Yes.
The picture is frightening. We need to maintain our perspective.
Yes.
Children of the King.
Yes.
We're more than conquerors. He will see us through. We do not have to go under.
Amen. Amen.
God says if that is going to happen,
yes,
you need to be faithful to me. You have to have faith in me and my word.
Yes.
And even more importantly, That faith needs to be demonstrated in your obedience. If God says it, you do it. That settles the matter, you do it.
Amen.
Pastor Cameron, would you pray with us, please?
Glory be to God.